Welcome! I'm Eileen Chung, the Programs and Audience Engagement Intern at the Colby College Museum of Art in Waterville, Maine. This is Artful Movements. Artful Movements is a part of the museum's wellness initiative under their larger program, Let Art Inspire. In this program, we select an artwork from our collection and we pair it with a yoga pose. Before we dive into the yoga portion of this program, let's first look at the artwork that inspired this month's theme. Let's Rise Up. Today, we look at the work by David Clyde Driskell, Blue Pines, 1959. David Clyde Driskell was an artist, curator, scholar, and collector recognized for establishing African American art as a distinct field of study. He passed away in 2020 due to COVID-19. Born in Eatonton, Georgia in 1931, he spent most of his childhood and youth in North Carolina. He received his BA from Howard University and MFA from the Catholic University of America. At Howard, Driskell began as a history major, but with the encouragement of professor and art historian James Porter, he began to explore the visual arts. Learning and understanding the histories behind what is represented in the visual arts was therefore central to Driskell's art making and teaching practice. Blue Pines exemplifies how Driskell connects individual experiences and broader historical contexts in his art making process. In the painting, Driskell's brushwork is dynamic. The layers of varying shades of blues, greens, and purples give the pine tree a soft, fluffy texture. As such, bringing the pine tree to life in a fantastical manner. Driskell first began to depict pine trees after painting Behold Thy Son in 1956 in response to the murder of Emmett Till, a 14-year-old African American child. Driskell's artworks are reflections of how he saw and understood the world around him. Other examples include his 1968 painting, Soul X, that addressed African American lived experiences, and Of Thee I Weep, painted in the same year, which lamented the Vietnam War. The pine tree was a subject he returned to continually, painting them as a way to contend with and respond to the racial history he was forced to confront as a Black man in America. Driskell first encountered pine trees in Maine, a place he holds dearly in his heart. He first came to Maine to attend the Skowhegan School of Painting and Sculpture in the summer of 1953, and he remained connected with the school decades after. His student experience in Skowhegan led him to purchase a house in Falmouth, Maine in 1961, with his wife Thelma. The pine trees in his garden were an important part of his life and a source of his creative inspiration. In a conversation with former Colby Museum director Sharon Corrin, Driskell spoke of how painting pines was cathartic since he could paint them without feeling rejected for his racial or social associations. He said, quote, "Pine trees don't talk back," quote, "and they are," quote, "accepting and kind and generous," quote. The yoga pose accompanying Driskell's Blue Pines is a tree pose which is also called Vrikshasana. The tree pose emulates the strong form of the blue pine in Driskell's painting, reminding us of the inner strength we have. The tree pose encourages participants to center themselves and to rise up spiritually. As such, finding gentleness around them and in themselves as the year 2021 comes to an end. The health benefits of the tree pose include but are not limited to stretching the thighs, groins, torso, and shoulders, building strength in the ankles and calves, toning the abdominal muscles, improving balance, and remedying flat feet. Staying calm and concentrated while balancing on one foot will allow participants to learn how to be like a stable tree, even when unpredictable external circumstances arise. Now let's visit our partners at School Street Yoga, who will lead us in our yoga practice.
Welcome to School Street Yoga. I'm Kathleen Haberstock, and this is the yoga portion of Artful Movements. Driskell's Blue Pines is such a vibrant painting that you've been looking at of the pine tree, and it's so neat that he is an artist who studied in Maine, in Skowhegan, and that the landscape of Maine influenced his art so much. And he really found the trees to be, as he said, like friends. And you can feel that in his painting. Also, his connection to spirituality is very strong, and the feeling of the everlasting he found in the pine tree, because they continue to have their beautiful, vibrant green needles all year long. And he saw that as the feeling of the everlasting. He felt that in the pine trees. So today, in our yoga practice, we can keep all of that in mind as we move towards tree pose. And we have this theme, let's rise up. So in order to rise up into our tree poses, we also have to ground down into the earth, much as those trees have those deep roots moving into the earth in order to rise up. So we will find a grounding down. And right now you can feel that in your seat. You might have a little rocking forward and back just to feel a little more centered in your body. And then begin to get in touch with the breath. Driskell's feeling about the trees being like friends reminds me of a poem by Mary Oliver. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. Begin to get in touch with your breath, please. Noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale, feeling the spine rising up like the trunk of a tree. Feel the sits bones grounding down, and any parts of the legs or the outer feet that are touching the earth, feel them grounding down. Iyengar, the famous yoga teacher, compares many aspects of yoga to a tree, and he talks about the breath being like the leaves or the pine needles that are aerating the entire structure of the tree. So as you begin to deepen the breath, imagine the leaves of a tree that are aerating the tree, bringing energy to the tree. Pranayama, the breath work we do in yoga, prana means energy. So we are literally bringing the energy throughout the body with the breath. So please deepen the breath. Maybe constrict the throat slightly to create that sound of the ocean, ujjayi breath. You might close the eyes or gaze to the mat as you deepen the breath. Softening your jaw on your next exhale. And then let your fingertips touch the mat by your hips. And on your next inhale, raising the arms out and up. Fingertips might touch at the top, chin lifts. Exhale, lowering the arms down. A few like this in your own time. allowing the arms to raise much like the branches of a tree from the grounding of the sits bones grounding down. You might lengthen the breath, belly, ribs, and chest filling on the inhale. And on the exhale, belly moves in, chest softens, ribs soften. Next time the arms lift, no rush to get there, but keep them lifted. Reach a little more through the right arm and the left arm. Again, reaching through the right arm and then the left arm. We'll take a twist, twisting to the right, left hand on your right leg, right hand behind you. Lengthening on the inhale, exhale to twist more deeply. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Twisting from the core. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist more deeply. Inhale brings you back up to center. Big inhale. Backstroke the arms. Bring the fingertips behind you. Little back bend, lifting the heart. And exhale, let that go. We're going to find our way down onto our backs. Once you're down on your back, just give your knees a squeeze, a little rocking side to side. And then we'll inhale, let the knees drop away. Exhale, squeeze them in. Inhale, let them drop away. Exhale, squeeze them in. Next time they drop away, draw the knees apart, up towards the armpits and around. And a few big circles like that, getting into the hips. And then we'll go the other way. Draw the knees together, arms are straight. Pull them in on the exhale. Inhale them apart. One more like that. Next time you squeeze the knees in, just a little rocking. And we're gonna rock right over to our right side. So allow yourself to rock to the right, all the way over. Knees can be bent at first. You can rest your head on your arm, or you can bend the elbow and bring your head onto your hand. You can straighten through the legs now, if that's okay on the body. And then just see what it's like to bring your foot into your leg. Breathe here. Left foot pressing into the right leg. Right foot can be flexed. You're in tree pose. It's as if you were tipped over in tree. And we can just pause here for a few breaths. You can balance if you like on the hip. Also, you can have the head on the arm. Now we're going to move into Vishnu's couch. So we're going to grab onto maybe the ankle or maybe the big toe and then play with straightening the leg. You can always use a strap here as well. Flex through both feet and breathe. A few deep breaths. And then let the leg come down and we're going to roll onto the belly. Allow yourself to find your way fully onto the belly. Head can come onto the hands, Feet can splay out to the sides. You're just going to see what it's like to move that right knee out to the side into half frog. So the foot isn't touching the leg now. It's straight down from the knee. And breathe here. Allow gravity to do the work. Two more big breaths, opening the hip and the groin. Slowly, in your own time, draw that leg back in. Now we're going to roll onto the left side. You can just roll right over if you like, or just switch sides so that you're able to still see the screen. Finding your way down onto your side. Again, knees can start out bent. And then you can straighten the legs. And you can keep your head on your left arm, or you can press your hand into the side of your head. And breathe. And then with legs straight, we'll take that right foot to the left leg. And it might be at the calf. Or it might be a little higher up, closer above the knee. And breathe. You might play with balancing. And then bending that knee, you could grab the ankle. You could grab the big toe, you could grab a strap and use that. Lifting the leg up any amount and breathing into that. And the knee could still be bent. It does not have to straighten. Letting that leg go, letting it float down, and we'll roll again onto the belly. This time, pause there for a moment, and then let the left knee move out to the side. Straight out to the side, the foot is just below the knee. And breathe there. You might come to Samavriti, equal part breath. So on your next exhale, you'll count. And then you'll count the same number on your next inhale. And you can continue that count. It doesn't matter what it is, but just make it even. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let's draw that left leg back in. Bring the tops of the feet down. Clasp the hands behind your back or palm faces palm. We're going to lift the chest and then maybe lift the legs. Breathing here. Two more breaths. On your next exhale, lower down. You can take your feet out to the side and turn your cheek to one side or put your head on your hands. Feel the body grounding down. Please bring hands to either side of the chest, pulling on the chest. Big inhale into a low cobra. Tops of the feet pressed down. Shoulder blades towards each other on the back. And then we're just going to press our way back to hands and knees. Sitting to either side of your heels will come to a seat. Maybe sitting up on something will help here. So maybe a little blanket that you'll sit on or a pillow. And then bring the soles of the feet to touch, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, begin tilting forward, and you might fold. Breathing here. Can you deepen your breath? If elbows are pressing into legs, press legs into elbows as well. Maybe coming to that equal part breath. Inhale through the nose, please. Exhale out the mouth. Slowly finding your way up. We're going to find our way over to hands and knees, and then find a down dog. So tuck the toes, lift the knees in your down dog. You can pedal through the feet. And then we'll begin to walk the feet forward and the hands back. And hang in your forward fold. You could grab opposite elbows. You could have a little sway to the spine. A little shake of the head. Look at your knees. Let the head hang. And then keeping a generous bend to the knees, let the arms go and begin rolling up, vertebra stacking on top of vertebra until the head arrives. Inhale, reach the arms up, little back bend. Exhale, bringing the arms by your side in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Pressing down with the feet. Feeling a little lifting up at the arches of the feet. What is it like to stand here in your mountain pose? Just noticing. We're going to play with tree pose. So, grounding into that left foot, allow the toes to spread. Feel the roots growing into the earth. And then turn the right foot out. Heel is into the ankle. You're in Vrikshasana, you're in tree pose right now. If you want to move the foot up, you can. And of course you can do this at a wall so that you've got a wall to press against if that would help. Otherwise, foot can come to calf or foot can go higher on the thigh. Press foot into leg, leg into foot, hand into hand, and then let the branches grow. And breathe here. You might feel a lifting at the heart. Hands to heart center. Nicely done. Bring the knee forward and step it down. And just walk it out. Let it go. We'll come to the other side. So grounding through that right foot, spreading the toes, feeling as if the roots are grounding down. Turn the left toes out. Ankle to heel, you're in the pose. You can stay right here. Feeling any amount, a lifting up. Otherwise, you can bring the foot to the calf or above the knee. Try not to press the knee because knees are sensitive. Looking at a point that isn't moving will help with balance. And then growing the branches. Breathing here. Can you still feel a lift at the arch of the foot? Hands to heart center, knee forward and step it down. And just walk it out, let it go. We're going to take a wide straddle now. Feet wide. And then turn the right toes 90 degrees, the left toes in slightly. Bend the right knee, warrior two. Reach the arms out. We're just going to touch pointer finger and thumb on both hands, and then pointer finger, thumb and middle finger, and then ring finger and thumb, and then pinky and thumb, and go back and forth. This is just a mindfulness mudra, continuing to breathe deeply. Next time thumb and pinky touch, letting that go, we're going to straighten that leg, come to center. And then we'll go to the other side. So left knee bends, left foot is pointing 90 degrees. Bending that front knee, and any amount, deepening the hip crease, the left hip crease. And we'll begin that mudra again, looking over the left fingers. Back and forth, thumb to each finger of each hand. Next time, pinky and thumb touch, releasing, straightening through both legs. Let's clasp the hands behind our back, lift the heart, big inhale. Exhale to fold forward. Knuckles can reach up any amount. Let the hands go. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Rising up, hands to hips, through a flat back, little back bend. And then we'll step our way back to center. We're going to do tree pose one more time. Maybe playing with that mudra. So ground into the left foot, pressing down any amount, feeling the roots grounding. Turn the right toes out. You can pause here, or you can lift the foot up to the calf or the thigh. And breathing where you're at. Then we can lift the arms. And maybe find that mudra, pointer finger, thumb, and on from there. Next time, thumb and pinky touch, hands to heart center, step the foot down and just let it go. We'll come to the other side, grounding any amount through the right foot. Left toes point out. You're in the pose here. You could do the mudra right from here, or bringing the foot up to the calf or above the knee. If you fall out, come back in. Hands to heart center, and then grow the branches. And then finding that mudra, thumb and pointer finger, and on from there. Next time, pinky finger and thumb touch, hands to heart center, knee forward, step it down, walk it out. We can swing the arms for a moment. We're going to find a wider stance now, toes pointing out, heels in. You might find your malasana up here like a goddess, or you might come lower. So you'll find the squat that works for you. Can you feel even the pinky toe pressing down? For just a moment, see what it's like to ground down with the feet and rise up with the arms. Big inhale here. And exhale, plant the hands on the mat. And we'll just find a seat from there, finding your way down. So find a blanket and maybe fold it. You'll be facing forward with the legs forward. So we're just going to be at the edge of the blanket. And then bend the right knee and hug it in for a moment. Take that right foot across and take a little twist, hugging that right knee in, breathing here. Letting that go on your next exhale, bringing the foot now into the thigh or the calf. So much like our tree pose. We're going to twist now to the left. And then press the left fingers into the mat. Walk that right hand down the leg, any amount. And then let the back arm come forward. Both arms are forward. You might cross the wrists and breathe. It's more about the length of the spine than the rounding forward. So think about crown of the head reaching forward and breathe. Can you deepen your exhales, please? Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Slowly walk your way back up. We're going to bring our right hand behind us. And we're going to press up onto that right knee, left foot to the floor, left arm up, big inhale. Exhale, coming back down. Taking both legs forward once again, be at the edge of the blanket. Draw the left knee in, give it a squeeze, and then take the left foot across the right leg. Just a little simple twist. Left hand behind you, hugging the left knee. And then letting that go. We'll bring that left foot into the right thigh or calf, whatever's better on your knee. You can also place something under this knee if it's feeling at all unstable being up in the air. And we'll twist now towards the right. Press the right fingers into the mat, tilt the pelvis, walk the left hand down the leg, and then right arm meets left arm. You can cross the wrists and breathe, deepening the breath. Two more big breaths here. Inhale through the nose, please. Exhale out the mouth. Finding your way back up. We'll take that left hand behind you, pressing up onto the left knee, right foot to the ground. Reach the right arm over the ear. Big inhale. Exhale, finding your way back down. Now we're just going to find a comfortable seat. So you might prefer a chair, or you might like sitting cross-legged. Find the seat that works for you. We'll do a moment of pranayama, alternate nostril breath. So take the peace fingers and either bring them between the eyebrows, you can give yourself a little massage there, thumb, ring finger, and pinky on either side of the nostrils. You can stay like that, or you can tuck the peace fingers in. And same thing, ring finger, pinky, and thumb on either side of the nostrils. Hug the arm in a little, and just make sure it hasn't made you do anything strange with your neck. Just move your head a little side to side and come to what feels like center. Please close off the right nostril and exhale left, and then inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. You'll continue on your own. You switch after the inhale. But first you hold for a moment before you switch. And you might lengthen the hold for a beat or two before you exhale on the other side. No rush at all to get there. But next time you're exhaling through the left nostril, you'll lower your hand. Next time you're exhaling left, lower the hand and just meditate for a moment. Still noticing that length in the spine. Before you continue your meditation, I'll just read to you a little bit. Iyengar says, as the leaves of the tree aerate the tree and provide nourishment for its healthy growth, so pranayama, or breath work, feeds and aerates the cells, nerves, organs, intelligence, and consciousness of the human system. When we are performing an asana, we can only extend the body fully if we synchronize breath with movement. Prana is energy. Ayama is creation. Pranayama is the science of breath, which leads to the creation, distribution, and maintenance of vital energy. So just noticing the breath, picturing the leaves of a tree or the pine needles of a pine tree, and picturing the vital energy that is being brought throughout your body with each breath. Big inhale through the nose, please. Let it go out the mouth. You're welcome to find your way into a lying down position for Davasana. You might bend the knees, bring the knees to touch and the feet wide if that feels good, or you might extend the legs long. Allow yourself to fully release in your Shavasana. Nothing left to do. Big inhale through the nose, please. Exhale out the mouth. Begin to move fingers and toes. If a full body stretch would feel good, go ahead and take a full body stretch. You can choose whether you want to stay lying down or roll to one side and come up to a comfortable seat. As I read to you this poem by David Wagner, Stand Still. Stand still. The trees before you and the bushes beside you are not lost. Wherever you are is a place called here. You must treat it as a powerful stranger, must ask permission to know it and be known. The forest breathes. Listen. It answers. I have made this place around you. If you leave it, you may come back again, saying, here. No two trees are the same to raven. No two branches are the same to wren. If what a tree or a bush does is lost on you, you are surely lost. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. Please draw palm against palm at heart center. Bow your head to your heart. Honor your practice. Honor that you showed up on your mat. Big inhale through the nose. Let it go out the mouth. Namaste. Hope to see you on your mats again soon, whether it's at School Street Yoga or the next Artful Movements.
I hope you have enjoyed today's yoga program. If you would like to spend more time with this artwork, I encourage you to participate in another upcoming program, Artful Meditation and Expression. Be sure to like and follow us on all of our social media accounts at Colby Museum and visit us at colby.edu/museum to stay updated with all of our digital museum at home programs. Take care, and we look forward to seeing you for our next Artful Movements.